It was supposed to be a family hike. A sunny afternoon in one of Arkansas's most beautiful state parks. But within minutes, it became a crime scene. And a mother made the ultimate sacrifice to save her children. If you want the facts before the headlines twist them, hit subscribe, because this story shows how quickly a peaceful trail can turn into a place of unthinkable violence. Devil's Den State Park sits in the Ozark Mountains, a place known for its rugged cliffs, deep valleys, and winding trails that snake past caves and streams. The Yellow Rock Trail, one of the park's most popular hikes, leads to a scenic overlook where you can see miles of forest in every direction. It's the kind of trail where you expect to hear the crunch of leaves underfoot, the distant call of a bird, maybe the sound of kids laughing as they explore. It's the kind of place families go to escape the noise of the world. On July 26, 2025, Cristen Amanda Brink 41, her husband Clinton David Brink 43, and their 2 young daughters, ages 7 and 9, set out for a summer hike on that trail. The family had recently moved to Prairie Grove, Arkansas, and were known to be outdoors lovers. It was a place they had visited before, a familiar escape into nature. They had no way of knowing they were walking into the path of a man police would later describe as the suspect in a completely random attack. According to Arkansas State Police, James Andrew McGann, 28, of Mountain Home, Arkansas, was also in the park that afternoon. Investigators allege that McGann approached the family and attacked them with a knife, fatally stabbing both Clinton and Cristen Brink. Authorities say that when the assault began, Cristen moved quickly to escort her daughters to safety, guiding them from danger, before turning back to help her husband. It was at that moment she was fatally stabbed. That act underscores a bravery that saved their children's lives. When park visitors and staff heard reports of the attack, Devil's Den State Park was locked down. Trails were cleared. Families were rushed back to the parking area. Law enforcement arrived quickly, but McGann was gone. Within hours, the park was swarming with officers from multiple agencies. Arkansas State Police, Washington County Sheriff's Office, U.S. Park Rangers, local police units from nearby towns. Helicopters scanned from above. K-9 units tracked along trails, and roadblocks were set up on every route leading out of the park. But despite the manhunt, McGann evaded capture that day. The search for McGann was complicated by Devil's Den's terrain. The park covers over 2,500 acres, much of it dense forest, rocky ridges, and caves. 4 days later, on July 30th, the manhunt broke open. State police tracked McGann to Lupita's beauty salon in Springdale, Arkansas, where he was arrested mid-haircut. Authorities praised the Brink daughters for providing key information that helped lead to his capture. McGann was charged with 2 counts of capital murder and is being held without bond. His arraignment is scheduled for August 25, 2025. In the days after McGann's arrest, investigators began piecing together a clearer picture of his background. Employment records show that in just 3 years, he had worked in 5 different school districts across 3 states, often in support or substitute roles. In the spring of 2023, while working as a 4th-grade teacher at Donald Elementary School in Flower Mound, Texas, McGann was placed on administrative leave. According to the district, the decision was due to concerns about his classroom management, professional judgment, and favoritism. He left the position before the end of the school year. Parents shared more unsettling details to the press. McGann was said to have shown unusual attention to female students, including bringing them late to recess, offering treats, tickling them, and allegedly placing one on his lap while telling her she could be his girlfriend. One parent described him as pretty cold and emotionally disengaged in the classroom. The district said no policy violation was substantiated, but that his conduct did not meet expectations. Law enforcement sources confirmed they are now reviewing unsolved cases from areas where McGann previously lived and worked, looking for any possible connections. This includes Wisconsin. Sauk County investigators are re-examining the 2020 stabbing of John Schmutzer at Devil's Lake State Park and have requested DNA comparison. Vermont. State police have confirmed they contacted Arkansas investigators regarding the 2023 shooting of Honoree Fleming, but say there is no known link at this time. Authorities have stressed that reviewing potential connections is a routine step, and no additional charges have been filed. But for communities where McGann once worked, it's an unsettling question: could this arrest be the key to solving other mysteries? McGann's first appearance in Washington County Circuit Court was brief. He did not enter a plea. The judge outlined the charges and informed him of his rights. Prosecutors made it clear they intend to seek the maximum penalty allowed under Arkansas law if McGann is convicted. Kristen's parents attended, sitting quietly as the man accused of killing their daughter and son-in-law stood before the judge. Reporters described a heavy silence in the room, broken only by the formal proceedings. The attack shocked Fayetteville, Prairie Grove, and surrounding communities. Vigils were held for the Brinks. Friends and neighbors shared memories of Cristen as a caring mother who lit up every room she entered. Clinton was remembered as steady, hardworking, and completely devoted to his family. For many, the thought that such violence could happen in a public park, on a sunny afternoon, was almost impossible to process. The Brink daughters are now living with extended family. Their names have not been released to protect their privacy, but friends say they are receiving counseling and that the community has rallied around them with support. Devil's Den State Park has remained open, but with increased safety awareness. Park rangers have posted updated reminders urging visitors to hike in groups, carry communication devices and remain alert to their surroundings. Staff have also undergone additional safety and emergency response training. The Yellow Rock Trail now carries a quiet, somber weight for those who know what happened there, a place forever marked by violence, but also by bravery. As of now, McGann remains in custody. Court dates will determine how the case proceeds, whether it goes to trial or resolves in another way. Prosecutors are preparing evidence, including DNA analyses and witness statements. Defense attorneys have not commented publicly on their strategy. Because McGann has not yet entered a plea, much of the case's direction remains to be seen. The Devil's Den murders struck a chord nationally because they break one of our deepest assumptions, that public parks are safe havens. And yet, at the center of this tragedy is something powerful: the image of a mother who put her children's safety before her own. Cristen Brink's final moments, as described by investigators and family, were defined not by panic, but by protection. That courage turned what could have been an unthinkable loss into a survival story. As the legal process unfolds, one thing is certain: the memory of Cristen and Clinton Brink will outlast the headlines. What do you think parks should do to make sure tragedies like this never happen again? Let me know in the comments. I read every one. And if you never want to miss real, fact-checked true crime stories, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. More cases are coming.